Today we're gonna play with highly rated new makeup launches. We have quite a bit of stuff, so let's get right into it. This right here is the Buxom White Russian eyeshadow palette, and then you get 2 blushes as well. On the back, every shade, it kind of tells you placement if you don't really want to think about it, like I said. So I'm gonna follow this and see what we come up with. I'm gonna take a little packing brush. This is a pigment packer by Mented, makeup of the day. And we're taking this shade right here. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I'd say definitely like a rose gold shade. See how much we can layer. Now I'm gonna go back in to this shade right here, this crease shade. I'm gonna start working that in. There's not that much kickback coming off of these shadows. I'm gonna go back in to Indulge, just give it a little bit more of a wet look. That's really pretty. And it looks like it's doing a really good job adhering to the eyelid. Then taking the darkest shade in the palette called After Dark. And this just goes on the upper lash line. Oh, it is really nice and pigmented. I'm only taking it to halfway on top of my eyelid. Top of my lash line, not eyelid. These eyeshadows are really easy to blend. And surprisingly not as much fallout as I was expecting. I'm gonna take this right here, kind of pack it on. Very softly blend that into the lower shadow. For mascara, I'm really excited. I feel like this is the only mascara I've been seeing people use lately. Lancome, this is their Lash Lifting Volumizing Mascara. Fanned out volume, up to 24-hour wear. I'm so excited about that. It has 360 micro bristles, no clump, feather light gel formula for feathery soft lashes with easy removal. Wow, that's a lot of bristles. And the bristles, the actual wand is curved. Ooh, it's a little bendy. Look at that. Okay, I kind of have to get used to this wand because like I said, it's bendy. The formula is definitely, like I said, gel. It's not a typical mascara formula. I think this has a little bit more grip. Very dark. It's not clumping the lashes. The curve in the wand is really helping get into the roots of the lashes. Okay, let's move on to the face and then we'll go back to the eyes, like eyebrows, finish off the eyes. For primer, we have La Mer. This is the new Perfecting Primer. It visibly hydrates, plumps, and blurs imperfections for a smooth, soft focus effect. We'll do, again, half of the face because I really want to see if there will be a difference. Not exaggerating, this literally smells like powdered bleach. Well, that's already docking huge points for me because that does not smell luxurious. I feel like it definitely gave a little bit of a glow, but I still like, I like my left side a little bit better. Okay, for foundation, I'm really excited about this. This is the Huda Beauty, the hashtag Full Filter Luminous Matte Full Coverage Liquid Foundation. And I believe this is a reformulated version of their Full Filter Foundation. And this one has crazy good reviews. I picked up 2 shades, Vanilla 120B and then Chai 210B. Hopefully we can get something of a good match in between. So this is a fragrance-free foundation that's full coverage, up to 24 hours of wear, and a luminous matte finish. So I'm really curious how this is going to wear, and it's transfer proof, waterproof, fade proof, sweat and humidity proof. That's insane. That's a lot of claims. Wow, that's thick. Oh, that is thick. Oh my gosh. And it is fragrance free. That's nice. Oh my goodness, that's thick. I think this is too light. I'm gonna take a little bit of Chai. Okay, it's actually blended in really nice, even though it's a thick foundation. Yeah, mixing in those 2 shades gives a nice, good color to me. My skin does look really airbrushed from here. Curious to see how this is going to look on some of my dry spots. It did blend quite easy. I didn't really have to try too hard. I like it with that primer, actually. It looks really nice versus this side. This is a very full coverage foundation, but it looks really beautiful on the skin, surprisingly. And it does have a subtle, like a lit from within type of a glow. I'm just going back over with the dampened sponge. And this is a new one from Beauty Blender. How fun is that? Before I forget, I want to try out this Biossance, their Squalene and Rose Vegan Lip Balm. It nourishes and visibly plumps the lips. Plant-derived squalane. See if it smells like roses. Nope, has no scent. Wait, there's texture in here. It has tiny little granules of something, but once it hits your lips, melts. Oh, that's nice. Let's go to the eyebrows. I am really excited about this product. This is also by Huda Beauty. Hashtag Bomb Brows Micro Shade Brow Pencil. This is the tiniest micro pencil on the market right now. 0.9 millimeter tip. That's crazy awesome. It's waterproof, it's smudge proof, and 24-hour long wear. Oh, actually, no, just kidding. We're gonna start with this first. This is also what I'm excited about. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. And so many people have been talking about it. And what you do is you take the spoolie and you just get a little bit of product in it and you work it through your brows. Ooh, okay. You would think it's gonna be hard gel. It's not. Whoa. I feel like I didn't put too much on here. Oh my goodness. It's such a lightweight formula, but are you seeing this? I'm just gonna brush them up and then style it. I love how lightweight this is. And it's not really leaving any kind of waxiness. It doesn't look like it has a ton of product in my brow, which is like the best thing ever. No wonder everyone's been talking about it. Look at that difference. But oh my goodness, that was nice. You don't need all that much product either, which is legit. Now let's move on to Huda Beauty's Micro Brow Pencil. Just gonna use just very soft upward strokes to create hair-like strokes. If you want to be precise, this is the pencil for you. I don't know how much more precise you can be, honestly. And it's very pigmented, very creamy. I like these two products together a lot. For concealer, this is a really interesting new product from Laura Mercier. This is their Secret Camouflage Brighten and Correct Duo. So you get two sides. This side right here is to brighten under your eyes, and it looks very interesting. It looks illuminating. And then this other side, this is their camouflage side. It's to hide imperfections on your face. So let's brighten up the eyes first. I'm gonna go with 1N. Very creamy. This brighten side is definitely very light in coverage. Did that even do anything? It's also not as blendable as I would want it to be. I'm kind of struggling to blend it. Do you see it's kind of stuck right there in the inner corner? And then I'm gonna take the camouflage side and go over some of these areas right here. This one seems really full coverage. Kind of want to take that under the eyes as well and see how that's going to blend out. Yeah, the camouflage side is really creamy and really blendable. Like, whoa, okay. I'm gonna take the camouflage side. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the brush and work it like right here. And I feel like I don't need to set the powder at all, which is really nice. Okay, let's finish off the eyes. I'm gonna take this shade right here in the center. It's called Smoke Show. I'm gonna press that first as close as possible. These are crazy blendable shadows. Okay, for the inner corner, we're gonna take this shade right here in the center. It's called Reveal. And then let's add mascara to the lower lash line, and we're done with the eyes. For the setting powder, I feel like I don't know how many people I've seen talk about the new Kosas, their Cloud Set Bake Setting and Smoothing Powder. This right here sounds really intriguing. It's an ultra soft sheer setting and smoothing baked powder with skincare actives that helps minimize shine and the appearance of pores. Oh my goodness, that's soft. Ooh, straight up like a cloud. It doesn't have any scent, and I picked up shade Cloud Set. No, Airy. And then I have another shade called Breezy. I think I might have to go with this for under the eyes. It definitely set, and I feel like it's minimizing the pores as well. I feel like it's not mattifying my face. It's just giving it like a really soft focus. The foundation is settling around my nose, more so on the left side than the right side. I'm noticing with the primer, my smile lines are not cracking as fast as on the left side without the primer. Let's move on to the rest of the face. I picked up this Melt, the Sculpt Stack Bronzer and Contour. And this looks really nice. I feel like if you're a makeup artist, you might really enjoy this, especially because there's so many different shades you can work with. So the first one's a light to medium with the warmer tone. The second one is a light to medium. The third one is medium to dark, and then the darkest is also medium to dark. Let's go with the second light to medium. I'll work that into my hand. Ooh, that's a beautiful wash of color. Quite pigmented. But I really like that. It's really easy to blend. For blush, we're gonna go back to the White Russian Buxom palette, and we're gonna use both of these blushes. We're gonna use Moscow first, that's the matte shade, and then we'll use New York. And I was confused as to why there's New York blush in here. It has nothing to do with White Russian. Maybe there's, you know, in Brooklyn, there's a lot of Russians in Brooklyn. And that sheen in that blush is actually quite complimentary. It's not exaggerating anything on my face. Very easy to blend as well. Okay, I'm really liking the right side more than my left. I feel like especially on my cheeks, you can really see the texture versus this side. It's very smooth and airbrushed. For lip products, we have the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Liner in shade NP2 Ilona. And then for lipsticks, we have these Mented. They're semi-matte lipsticks. And then I picked up two shades, Pretty in Pink and then Dope Taupe. As you guys saw, I did prep my lips using the Biossance, and they feel pretty good. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh my. I'm just going to swatch the two shades from Mented. Let's swatch Pretty in Pink. Oh, whoa, that was creamy. Ooh, maybe that's a little too rosy. That's a little too brown. You know what? Let's do a little bit of the Pretty in Pink. Okay, it's actually quite comfortable. Now that I'm all done with the makeup, I like how everything came together. The one thing I'm really noticing is the base of like the makeup. You can really see a difference from one to one. And this is, I think, one of the very few times where a primer is making a difference. On the right side where I applied the primer, the La Mer, everything still looks very smooth, very even, still very airbrushed. And on the left side, without the primer, you can see even my smile lines, they're starting to crack really fast, and they're very visible in comparison to the right side where they're not really cracking, or it's not as visible. And then right here on the cheeks, on my mole, you can see there's quite a bit of makeup, and it's kind of just sitting there, and it's exaggerating the texture around my mole area. Versus this side, I have moles, and the moles, they don't look heavy, they don't look caked on with the makeup, so it's a really huge difference with the makeup application, which is really intriguing. I think everything so far I'm really happy with. I like the formula, I like the application, and I'll see you guys in a little bit for the first update, because as of right now, I am really liking the way everything is looking. I really wanted to film the update in like right in front of the sun, because I really want to show you guys the texture of the skin, what it looks like. I'm looking a little bit glowy right here, but then again, it's right in front of the sun, and you can see how everything is so exaggerated, and I think it still looks really nice. The eyes are really popping. You can see a little bit of the glitter transferring to the lower lash line, but I think it's quite pretty. The skin on the right side looks very flawless, very smooth. Even where I have texture, it looks really nice. On this side, it looks a little heavier, like where the pimples are and right here on the smile line. But wow, I'm actually quite impressed with how the makeup is looking on my face, even in like right in direct sunlight. I'm really impressed. It's the end of the night, and I'm excited to finally take this makeup off. It's been one of those days. You're just nonstop going. Looking at my face, yes, I look pretty shiny, but I don't mind it. Going back to the foundation and the primer. When I first applied it, I saw a huge difference on the right side. I still see the difference, especially right here in the smile lines. It looks pretty bad without the primer, this foundation on the smile lines, but it kind of looks worse right here instead of right here. So they basically like flip-flopped. These are the two bad spots, and then these two right here, these areas look good. So there are some parts of the face with the primer that look impeccable. They look beautiful, they look smooth, they look even. And then the other parts, the foundation is cracking, the foundation is moving around when it usually doesn't move around in those areas. Overall, I'm not impressed with this foundation. I am impressed that a little bit goes a long way. I honestly thought it was gonna look a lot thicker and it was gonna wear worse because it is such a thick formula. I do wanna say it does not look good if you have dry spots or areas where you have fine lines. Moving on to the concealer. I like it, but I don't like it for under the eyes. I think the brightening part of the concealer is good for brightening, and then I would need an extra concealer on top to go over to create more coverage. But the coverage part, the camouflage part for like pimples, I feel like it's still pretty covered. Those areas that I covered, it looks pretty good. So I'm excited that the camouflage part of the concealer is really nice. Moving on to the eyeshadow. Without primer, it doesn't look that good. I'm looking right here. For some reason, the right eye, this one smudged and creased really bad. I'm not even sure what is going on. I didn't do anything different with either eye, but I'm not impressed with the longevity without a base or a concealer underneath. The one thing is the mascara and the brows, I think they're still looking really great. Mascara, I think I'm most impressed that it didn't smudge. I'm most impressed that it didn't flake and it didn't transfer. I really am happy that it wore so good, and I'm so excited to put this on tomorrow. I'm just like excited to wake up and be like, all right, mascara time. And I haven't been really excited about mascara for I feel like a really long time. Really excited about the brow pencil. I'm just looking at my brows and I love the color. The one thing with the brow freeze, I feel like I like it for step one to really create that really nice shape. Go in with my pencil or pen to fill in those certain areas, and then on top of that, go with like a clear brow gel like my Benefit 24 Hour. Without a gel, I feel like the brow hairs kind of lost their shape right here, especially with the tail, and the hairs up here, they kind of sunk down a little bit. And then the cheeks, blush is still there. I like how the contour slash bronzer is still like right here. I can still see a little bit of the lip liner. I didn't reapply the colors too much throughout the day. I only reapplied the lipstick a little bit. And I wanna say, my lips actually feel really good. They don't feel dry, they don't feel chapped. And I'm really happy because the lip liner, it's a really long wearing formula, plus the lipstick, it's a semi-matte formula, so it's a little bit more drying. But both of these, my lips feel great, and maybe that's in conjunction to the lip balm by Biossance, which I'm definitely gonna use tonight. But overall, I think this is a very successful try on. I'm very happy. So excited. I think the only thing is the eyeshadow I'm not really excited to play with, and the foundation. But if anything, check out the mascara and check out that brow pencil. But for now, you guys, thank you for watching. Please let me know if you've tried any of these new launches and if you agree with me. Some of these products are incredible and I'm so happy I got my hands on them. I'll see you in the next one very soon.